Good evening, welcome back here. We got ourselves a last match of the night. Definitely also one to be sticking around for because we're going to watch Empire taking on RoX.KIS. That means that, spoiler alert for if you haven't seen the games earlier today, we've seen two games today, both featuring these two teams up against different teams. And both of these teams were the victors. So we're basically going to see the winner of today. Let's take a look at Empire versus RoX.KIS. So of course, once again, I'm joined by G Advance. G Advance, welcome back to the broadcast.
Yep, good to be here, especially for arguably what should be the most exciting game of the night, because the Empire right now, one of the best teams in the world, of course, and RoX.KIS as well, certainly not a bad team by any stretch of the imagination. All the top teams right now are very close. I mean, arguably DK are possibly on a whole new level, but they are not in the tournaments because they're not anywhere near Moscow right now. But either way, we just went through an amazingly close game with RoX.KIS and Relaxed here, so I'm interested to see how this game goes. Already, though, Empire, they steal one of RoX.KIS's hero from the previous draft, and look at the speed of this draft now.
Wow.
Teams are confident.
Oh, very much so. And these two teams, of course, are very known with each other. That's one of the things that you always see back in CAS teams. Everybody knows each other. They've been around in the scene for a long time, and it just shows. It shows in the drafts. It shows in everything that you can think of. Last time these two teams met, by the way, this is interesting to note, was in the semifinals for the Fragpite Masters. It was the 24th, which means that it was on Wednesday, I want to say, Thursday. RoX.KIS was able to beat Empire 2-0.
Wow,
so,
that's a pretty big turn up for them.
That is. So we can be saying maybe RoX.KIS is Empire's kryptonite. We'll find out, though. I mean, both teams seem to be pretty happy with their draft. I mean, that's normally something that the feel that you get if it's a fast draft. You kind of assume that the teams know what the others will do, and then they're kind of happy with what they get. I have to say, so far I favor Empire's draft a little bit more, but that's only because there's a support on RoX.KIS and no support yet for Empire. So I think a lot of it is going to come down to those supports.
Yeah, the thing is, it's always easy to look at a draft and go, whoa, Luna and Invoker do way more damage. But the thing is Shadow Demon is a utility hero, and definitely, he doesn't do much in the way of damage himself. He can completely boost up what a teammate gets. And if they get something that can focus down on one of these two that can really do a lot with the Soul Catcher, they'll instantly blow these two up. Because until they have maybe a BKB on the Luna and a few items on the Invoker so he can get away and not be initiated on, these two are fairly squishy. And Centaur, I mean, yeah, none of these heroes are really going to be meeting each other in the lane too much. The Luna, if she's on the safe lane, we'll probably see that Centaur. And Centaur, I mean, he's a very unreliable hero to run, because he either does very well on the lane because the enemy team doesn't have good enough supports to zone him out, at which point he gets basically nothing done. He's there just to use Stampede and hope his team does well, and maybe get the occasional hoof stop on. Or he gets a Blink Dagger very fast because the enemy supports can't zone him out of the lane. He gets tons of farm, and then he just runs around the map blinking on people and getting kills. And you basically just don't know which way it's going to go if he goes into the offlane, because until you see the enemy supports, we don't really know how good a pick this Centaur is. The thing is having Centaur does force the enemy team to kind of sit with their supports pretty much on the safe lane for a while. So that's a nice thing about picking a hero up. But for the moment, yeah, teams just seem to be drafting and even banning out pretty fast here. I mean, Empire are using more time than RoX.KIS here, and Empire arguably the higher seeded team, I would say, as far as in people's heads. Yeah. Empire are right up there, very close to DK.
Yeah, for the group standing of the excellent Moscow Cup, however, both of these teams are on even ground. They have both only lost one game and won the rest. Now, of course, Empire has played one game more overall, but it's only one game different.
Empire lost to again? I'm trying to remember in this tournament. Was it MYM?
It could be MYM, but I personally have to admit that I would have to scroll down
MYM
quite a
played
bit
all their
to find
games
out.
really, like, a long time ago, basically. It feels like a long time ago, because they played all their games, practically, in, like, a spurt of, like a few days, and since then, haven't seen them very much.
They have lost against Insane Gaming. Sorry to disappoint you.
Wow, that's an unusual one to lose against, I would say. But, I mean, that's how that's how it is, though. Yeah, Insane are actually doing very well.
Actually,
but that's how
Insane has already
in
played all 10
tournament.
games. That's why it looks like that.
Okay, but even so, these teams are very even with each other. I mean, we just saw the last game was incredibly even, and RoX.KIS here, they pick up the Shadow Demon Mirana combo. It wasn't banned out by Empire. Either they have a plan to deal with it, or this is a big problem for them. They do get the Vengeful Spirit, though, so in the mid-game, they'll be great at counter-initiating against it, but what about in the laning stage? In the laning stage, you get hit by an arrow from a Shadow Demon Mirana combo, you just kind of die.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the plan is here. They would be, looking to pick up something like a Dazzle, but they banned out Dazzle in the first phase. That's not available to them. This is dangerous for Empire right now.
I wouldn't be surprised to see them going for something like a Chen or an Enchantress in this one as well. I mean, we saw the Vengeful Spirit in the previous game as well, not with a Chen or Enchantress, but definitely with, which one was it? It was Ancient Apparition at that point, actually, which is banned out. But I'm expecting also, because of that Shadow Demon and Mirana combination, Empire to also go for something fairly aggressive in terms of supports. Vengeful Spirit already is a good one for that, though, and they've got that aura thing going on, of course, as well. Nature's Prophet now for RoX.KIS, so in terms of push, like, normally, I would, without the Nature's Prophet, it would have been Luna, Vengeful Spirit, Invoker with Force Spirit that I would have the better push, but at this point, with the Nature's Prophet picked up, it's fairly even. I like this draft from both sides. Both sides have got their merits. I'm a bit more happy with Empire because they're a little less item dependent with that Clockwork there. While Centaur, like the Clockwork Centaur combination, I just like Clockwork more because he only needs to get level 6 and he's going to be doing okay. And as you pointed out, Centaur needs that Blink Dagger, and if he gets it too late, he can actually kind of fall off. So I like the Clockwork a little bit more there. But with the Nature's Prophet picked up, is this Centaur actually going to be on the off lane? Oh, hello?
Centaur is not bad.
Hello?
Oh.
Your
I
connection is not really working out.
Okay.
Now it's back.
Alright, I'm alive again, guys.
Yay.
10 seconds remaining.
Okay, no, you're not alive again. Sorry.
Okay. 1 second. I'll be back.
Okay, he'll be back. So yeah, Nature's Prophet is actually one of Sidoi's signature heroes, and I'm assuming that he'll play that one today. I mean, of course, the Centaur is also a hero that he often plays, but Sidoi's Nature's Prophet is one of his signature ones, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them putting him in the mid lane. They've done that before, and Sidoi is one of those Nature's Prophet that is everywhere all the time, so that is very enjoyable to watch, and it is very strong to have in the mid lane as well, because if Nature's Prophet gets a lot of levels early, he's going to be doing even more when he comes to help out in a different lane. That being said, Shadow Demon Mirana dual lane can be there as well as Centaur on the solo mid lane, though it's not ideal. You'll at least get the experience. It's an interesting lineup from RoX.KIS for sure. The ban for them is for support, so they ban out the Visage while Empire bans out a Bane. It is very interesting to see them ban out the Bane, though. I was not expecting a Bane pickup. Bane kind of fulfills the same role as the Shadow Demon in terms of setting up for arrows, and Bane and Shadow Demon themselves, their synergy is not really there. All they can do is hamper each other, because you can disrupt a target that is nightmared, you can disrupt a target that is fiend script. It is there's no real synergy between the two. Shadow Demon picked up instead though now for RoX.KIS, and I really like that one. Adds another element to their push if they want to. And Empire, they really need to look for a support that can also help a bit with counter pushing. I wouldn't be surprised to see an Earthshaker coming out actually. Still in the pool, of course, as well as the jungle heroes that I mentioned earlier. Talking about jungle heroes. Hello?
Am I back?
You're back.
Right. I seem to be back, yeah. But yeah, definitely this draft is pretty interesting. It seems like, I mean, serious late game for them, so they're very reliant on winning these early fights. They don't even have... They do have nice push now. They've got the Shadow Shaman as well as the Nature's Prophet, but I don't know, it's pretty difficult. Empire have very good push as well, so they're very reliant on winning their laning stage, and there are heroes like Clockwork and Invoker. These are not bad heroes during the laning stage. It's almost like Empire just need to pick up something now that just secure for them. If they could have it, I bet they wish they could have that Dazzle or that AA right now, because both of those would be very useful in just giving them some extra time in the lane, but yeah, they're going to be forced to get a Sand King, so their safe lane is pretty passive here. Because Sand King, I mean, he's not great other than either killing people or just going back and farming. He can't zone at all. He's a melee hero. He's got pretty poor armor, pretty poor HP, but this is an interesting choice fight, I've got to say, by the way.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised with the Sand King, to be honest. I was thinking perhaps an Earthshaker would fit better, but Sand King in this case, I'm thinking of it more in terms of counter pushing. He's a great initiator, and we know that Empire likes to fight, and he can definitely work out well with the Vengeful Spirit as well. You can stun something so that Sand King has the time to actually walk up for his Burrow Strike when it's still very low very low range. But I'm not sure, like, I'm curious to see how it will work out. On the bright side for Empire, they have got a lineup against them that only has one real tanky hero, which is, of course, the Centaur, and the rest is fairly squishy. So if Always Wanna Fly gets himself up an amazing Epicenter Burrow Strike, RoX.KIS better hope that they have either a pipe or mech or both, because they're gonna be hurting, and they're also gonna be right now smoking up. So they're looking for already a level 1 engagement. We'll see if they find it. We also see them drawing up the minimap that they want to go up into the jungle this way, which is, yeah, okay, they don't want to take that, yeah. So
this is a dangerous area to go through here. You're going straight up into the high ground, but I don't know. This is going to be close for them. If they find the side of Empire, this could be very bad. But it looks like they're just going to walk past them here. And RoX.KIS, they're just trying to defend their pull camps. They're just trying to defend this area in which the Sand King's going to farm.
Yeah, that's what I like about the Sand King nowadays. He is... Oh, hello! Disruption!
Goodbye.
Arrow flying up as well. Goodbye, Vengeful Spirit, they said. And that's gonna be it. First blood on the board. Shadow Demon, rather, with the last hit. It is both of them that are here. And actually, yeah, they should be okay. That's gonna be first blood on the board in favor of RoX.KIS. Let's go over who's playing what. For RoX.KIS, they'll be on the Radiant side for this game. We've got Solo playing the Mirana. It looks like he'll be the one rotating mid. It is Goblak on the Shadow Shaman, supporting his carry, and actually BCZ on the Centaur, who is going to be on the mid lane. I think it's going to be Solo, but he's still on the way bottom. So no, Centaur will be mid, and Solo will be on the bottom lane. Yul will be playing the Shadow Demon here. Already starting to roam around, might help out mid for a little bit, as we have got Cedo, of course, on his Nature's Prophet, one of his signature heroes, and he is going to be on the off lane. No surprises there, and that was everybody for RoX.KIS.
Yeah, on the side of Empire, it's Resolution who is acting very scared here because he doesn't know where this Shadow Demon is. He's in the solo mid position. The offlaner for the team is going to be Mag. He's on the Clockwork on the safe lane. It is, of course, going to be
Oh, hello.
Going to be on the Sand King, who's suffering. Hello?
Yeah, you're back.
Was that me, or did you knock over your microphone?
I knocked over my microphone, and at the same time you lagged.
Oh, okay, that's, like, terrible coincidence.
Yeah,
but,
I don't think it has anything to do with my microphone. That would be weird.
I don't know about that one, but, yeah. Who is this? It's on Empire here. The Vengeful Spirit. I'm gonna check his name.
Bucktop.
Oh, yeah, is it Bucktop?
I think so.
He's standing then for then, isn't he?
Yeah,
because
but I'm not
Bucktop is on
entirely
a
sure. It
different
just
team.
looks like it.
It looks like it, but Bucktop is on a different team.
Yes. This is correct. So they are lacking Van score, basically.
Oh, no, this is Vanscore. He's just playing under...
Oh, okay. And your microphone is messing up again, so you seem to be having some lag issues.
Alright, I'll be back again then. I'm sorry about this.
No, happens. It's okay. Normally never happens, so, you know, you get some credits to let it happen. And Solo is actually taking a large amount of harassment here from this creep wave. He does have a salve. And in the meantime, it's actually a shackle here on Mag from Goblak. Also getting harassed by a lot of the creeps there. We'll take the creep wave with him, though, so he'll get some farm. And he'll be okay. We'll be able to lure those creeps to his tower and get level 3 off the back of that. So he's actually leveling quite okay. Comparing that to Cedoy, he's still level 2.5, and he is actually the one that should be getting ahead compared to that Clockwork there. Haste Rune for the Vengeful Spirit running top very fast. I don't think he can get a kill though, not on the Nature's Prophet at this point, although with the creep wave coming in, nah, he's okay. He's okay. In the meantime, in the mid lane, Shadow Demon is hanging around, so that's going to be Shadow Demon's job here. Yul is going to just keep that Centaur safe and make sure that he gets a fast Blink Dagger. That's all what this mid lane is about. And they are shutting down Resolution in the process, of course. He's still getting the levels, and he's leveling very decently, but he's not getting the farm. However, levels for an Invoker are probably a little bit more important than farm. I mean, don't get me wrong, farm is still very much important. But as long as you're getting levels, you're not completely hopeless, because you're mostly reliant on your spells. And if you have your spells at high level, you're still going to be able to be very useful for your team, regardless of if you have a force staff or something like that. So all he has to do is be careful that he doesn't get caught out. One disruption can set up for a hoof stomp and a double edge, and that does a lot of damage, especially if there's a soul catcher level 2 on you as well. So he has to be careful for that one. In the meantime, Goblak is just pulling and stacking right here, getting some extra experience and levels that Solo does not have to does not have to be giving to him, basically. So Solo is getting solo experience on the lane pony, while for the top lane, Silent is not getting full solo experience. He is getting some extra experience from the camp as well, but the supports have to share everything. Talking about sharing, I guess Yul has to share it as well, but in the case of the Centaur, I was just talking about how Invoker is mostly reliant on levels, and will be able to do a lot with levels, regardless of if he has items or not. Centaur, he needs farm, he needs that Blink Dagger. His ultimate is nice to have, of course, but with that Blink Dagger and a Hoof Stomp, he is going to be able to make a lot of space on the map, so he can give some experience away to Yul if he wants to, just to make sure that he keeps on getting that farm going for him. Are you back?
Am I?
Nope. So I can try again. I don't even see your microphone turn red, so perhaps there's something wrong with your microphone instead. Oh, he's gone actually. Ooh, hello.
Hello?
Hello, yeah.
Is it working?
It looks or seems to be the case. Oh, wait
Maybe
a second.
it was my connect.
Mid lane. Hoof Stomp is still gonna catch on resolution. Double edge as well. Is there enough damage? Yes, there is. Teleport coming in from Vanscore. Too late. Still getting the stun up on Yul though, and that might actually be enough, especially with that Force Spirit charging him down as well. Yul, one more hit away from dying, and that's gonna be a kill for Resolution. There we go. Resolution gets a return kill there, just by that Force Spirit. Nicely done. 1 for 2. And that means that also, did I miss First Blood? Who died other than Invoker?
I don't know, don't ask me. I was trying to fix things, but yeah, well worth it for them to try and get that kill on Resolution
Vanscore
there.
actually
But
died from neutrals. Okay.
I guess he used that as a free trip back to base. That's the only reason I can think of that. Unless he got caught in a bad position, but that's unlikely. And oh, again, the Soul Catcher combo, but they don't get the Soul Catcher.
Nope, but they do get the kill though. Double Edge helping out. Resolution, you're looking for a return kill. One more hit away. Can't get it though, and does not have a Sunstrike invoked. Will be forced back. Always want to fly. Looking for a Burst Strike. Has got Burst Strike level 1 only, however. So that won't be happening anytime soon.
Easy. He managed to dodge the rocket flare from the clockwork, and that kept his salve runnings there. So yeah, this almost dual lane here from the Centaur and from the Shadow.
Yeah, your microphone is not catching on. Like, you have not a red light when you're talking, so it's your mumble or voice activation thingy that's not working out. On top of that, I did miss First Blood, I guess, because it was Vanscore that actually died to the Shadow Demon, so boo-hoo to me. Sorry, people. My bad. So your voice activation thing is not working properly. Can you fix that? Cedo's got face boots in the meantime. That means that his teleports into other lanes are going to be very scary. And hopefully for him very successful as well. We do see him to be one of the more aggressive Nature's Prophet, so I'm expecting that for this game as well. And especially with those face boots, that can be very scary indeed. There is a smoke up for Vanscore as well as Always Wanna Fly. Looking for a kill on Cedoy, who is well aware that something is amiss apparently. Ping's coming out and he's gonna check. Yep, there they are. Hello. That is gonna be perfect spider senses by Cedo. He knew what was happening. And actually, whoa, what are you doing there, Yul? Trouble in Paradise. He's gonna get stunned up. Nature's Prophet coming in as well. Nice Burrow Strike though, still hitting up on the Centaur. Soul Catcher up and Always Wanna Fly, however, he can get stunned though. The Hoof Stomp coming out. The Double Edge is there as well. That's gonna be a kill for BCZ as a TP out for Vanscore is successful. So that means 1 kill. Go on the way of RoX.KIS, while Empire has to abandon ship there with that smoke gank. Are you back? No, I disconnected from the game as well, so something is wrong over there. Hopefully his connection will pick up. In the meantime, you'll have to deal with me as a solo caster, my bad. Oh yeah, the smoke gank! Oh, thank you! Damn. That got completely blacked out for me. Thank you, Twitch chat. Never thought I would say that. Oh, Silent, you're gone. Nice kill steal. But yeah, I forgot that level 1 smoke gank first blood happening, so my bad. Totally messing up here, but hey, it's Sunday night. It's been a long day, so I hope you'll forgive me, and we'll just move on with the cast now, shall we? Or with the game at least, where RoX.KIS is kinda, well, destroying Empire on a lot of fronts right here. I mean, the Luna is still doing well on farm. I mean, in last hit, she is highest on the net worth. However, she just died, and that death puts Solo highest in the net worth, as we can see. So, RoX.KIS is doing really well. RoX.KIS also is the one with a lot of pressure on them, though, because if we look at this late game, yes, there is some split push coming out from RoX.KIS for sure with the Nature's Prophet, but Luna versus Mirana, in terms of carry potential, Luna is gonna win that one. So that's gonna be some time pressure for RoX.KIS, basically. Goldfish memory check. We do have Centaur be the one to be the playmaker, the pace setter, if you will. It is BCZ, who does have a blink dagger. He's not died yet. He's been involved in all 5 kills so far. And yeah, they find someone. Vanscore target. Silent coming in though, and he actually has an eclipse. Oh, for Yul. Yul dies. Vanscore dies as well, so it turns into a 1-for-1 for the moment, as Solo might be in some trouble. Is in a lot of trouble. Will end up getting picked off. Stampede used. BZ should be able to get himself out safely. It turns into a 2-on-1, and that Solo going in there, that was questionable at best, and he shouldn't have been there. Not when everybody came in, not with everybody teleporting in, not with already Yul getting picked off. Nicely done though by Empire, making sure that they get a core out of that one as well. Cedo in the meantime, he does have of course that 1 kill on the Luna, but still kind of struggling, as in, he is not the Nature's Prophet that I said he would be. I said, like, this is a Nature's Prophet who is super involved in everything, who is there all the time, and there's Sentry Ward right there, so that won't help. But who is involved, who is teleporting across the map. Oh, arrow, it's upon Silent, that's gonna be a kill. Starstorm to seal the deal, and Mag, all he can do is watch while his core gets picked off. Talking about getting picked off, perhaps almost wanna fly. Jumping in, that's going to be another kill. He tried to get a creep wave. He still got the creep wave, actually. A lot also went to BZZ, but that's going to be another pick-off for RoX.KIS. Get 2 pick-offs in a matter of seconds and slowing down that blink dagger on the Sand King. I mean, that's something that a Sand King can really do. He can actually be in the jungle and farm up and get that fast blink dagger going. And with that blink dagger, of course, be Sand King, blink dagger, bro strike, epicenter. You know the drill. And it has such a huge impact as well. However, this Sand King is not really getting a lot out of it. He's already died twice. He was forced to roam a lot because there was a lot of pressure, of course, into trying to get resolution, a bit of extra farm to try and slow down the Nature's Prophet, who now finished up his Hand of Midas. And he roamed a bit with the Vengeful Spirit, and they didn't really get that much done. Better yet, they died. So that is not a very successful Sand King. We do now have also resolution with the Hand of Midas. And normally I'd say Invoker getting Hand of Midas is mostly for the experience, but in this case his farm is kind of lacking behind as well. We see that right there. Number 5 on the leaderboards, as Invoker still gets picked up there. Blinking forward, stunning him up. It looks like BZ is actually... Oh, BZ is actually in trouble. That's what it looks like. He will get picked up. He tries to do what he can, but can't get anything off there, as his companion Yul was already walking away from that one. Seedoy does have mana to teleport out, will be forced to use it. Lucent Beam getting cancelled due to vision, and the deny on the tower will be more important. Always want to fly too late to cancel that teleport. Still though, tower down, regardless if denied or not, opening up more spaces to maybe split push later on in the game. Solo, haven't really seen too much of him just yet, apart from him of course going in to die. As, well actually we saw him get that kill on Luna as well, which was great. Shadow Shaman, and also of course Miranda right now showing up mid lane as an arrow. Just get sent forward. Just a lot of harassment, a lot of aggression coming through, and this is the result of them feeling that time pressure. They know that they need to be making haste to try and, first of all, reduce the farming space of Empire. That's priority number one. Make sure that Luna gets slowed down in a way. Invoker gets slowed down, which is oh, wait a second. Silent is in trouble. In comes the Eclipse. Oh, Sidoi just gets blown up, and now BZZ in some trouble. Silent gonna be getting some help from a Centaur, stunning up BZZ, but not enough damage to take him down. That was a bit of a over-enthusiastic teleport in though from that Nature's Prophet. Nice hook shot in. Double edge, not gonna happen still. The cogs gonna stop that as well. Burst strike not even needed. They get one kill. They get two. Luna actually still gets picked off, so that's great at least for RoX.KIS, who also get an Invoker on the other side of the map in the mid lane. Nonetheless, it turns in across the map on a 3-on-2. 2 cores for 2 cores and a support, so slightly in favor of Empire in a way. But most importantly, actually, in terms of numbers, it is in favor of Empire, but I just mentioned already that RoX.KIS is on a time schedule here, and therefore slowing the game is in their favor. And they pick off the most important heroes of Empire, while not losing their Mirana, and Mirana actually got that kill in mid, so good job, I guess, for RoX.KIS, who have now only tier 2 towers to take down. Now, tier 2 towers, they're a bit more difficult to take down in terms of just walking up, placing wards, and getting out alive, so they need to be doing that a bit more careful. And for that, actually, they also need a bit more wards. Nice! Godlike goes for Hanamida, so this is going to be a Shadow Shaman that wants to be having a large impact. Mag might be in trouble. Let's see, is there going to be an arrow? No, there's going to be a blink, and that's going to be an arrow and a Starstorm. Nicely done. Good coordination. Can they take Roshan off the back of this? They do have the wards from the Shadow Shaman. With the Shadow Shaman, you can take Rosh down very easily, very fast. And they're gonna do just that. Empire, without a clockwork, they don't have their initiation other than a tornado, and this is not a tornado invoker, it's an exort invoker, so they can't really do anything on the back of it. They're trying to take something in return here on the top lane, but Fortify will delay this tier 1 going down, and actually will get saved as well. As it is BZZ that takes the Aegis. He's the one that's going to be sitting on the front lines. He's the tank, as it were, so doesn't want to get focused, and now he is getting his wish. But yeah, one thing that I'm missing from RoX.KIS are a bit more aggressive wards. I mean, don't get me wrong, they've got some up. This one is just newly placed, and this one is almost disappearing, but I would really like to see a ward maybe up here in the jungle, seeing where everybody is farming, making sure that they find those pickoffs of people that are indeed farming inside that jungle. As we have got Silent there, we also had Sand King there earlier. As we do see Vanskor kinda poor at this point, but he is the one to buy the wards for Empire. He needs to be giving Sand King the space and the time to get those, get that Blink Dagger up, of course. He is not gonna buy any wards until he has that, and until then, Vanskor is, well, the sucker to buy the wards, so poor him. Mechanism now up for RoX.KIS, as we have Empire actually smoking up with 4. They might be finding Cedo in the jungle here, and yeah, they will. It's nighttime, so they don't see him. Now they see him. Hello, Sunstrike as well. That's gonna be one dead Invoker. Sunstrike might not have helped. Force Staff might not have helped either, though. So nice pick off. If they get a tower off the back of this is definitely worth rotating 5 people for, and normally 4 people for, I guess. Normally it's. I mean, you know, you get your entire lineup there. So if they don't get this tower, it's not worth it, because that Luna right now is not farming and is having to share experience with 4 or 5 other people. 4 other people. Teleport incoming, Moonlight Shadow as well. Are the sentries down? Yes, there is one right there, so they'll see this. And they run. They run fast. Initiation coming from the Centaur is not there just yet, and it looks like they're not even gonna try. Forcing them back was a job well done, and well, normally I'd say, like I just said, like it wouldn't be worth it to rotate everybody out if you don't get a tower off the back of it, but they rotate, like they force rotation out from everybody of RoX.KIS as well, so in the end RoX.KIS also gives up a lot. Empire, smoke up, get a kill. All is well. All is well. Necronomicon being built up by Resolution here, so they want to go for a bit of a push right here. I mean, a Necronomicon with the Luna in the field is always nice to have. That Archer getting that aura, of course, from the Luna helping out, getting that extra push, and they do deal with a lot of push coming from RoX.KIS, so they have to have a bit of their own as well. As the tower will get picked up, so that's the first tier 2 gone. Their own tier 1 a bit under siege because of it. They don't have a fortification, but they are looking to come in to try and at least force them back. They will lose their tier 1 top though, but there was no saving that one. Silent, now with 1k in his pocket and his Yasha already complete. Urn being purchased by Vengeful Spirit in the meantime. Vanskor will have that soon. Vanskor playing his second Vengeful Spirit of the day here in the excellent Moscow Cup. And we're gonna see if my Kokas are still away. As in disconnected, so who knows if we can find him back. I hope we get him at some point. Always easier to with the co-caster. Definitely. 1400 gold up on Solo. Solo's been doing a nice job. He's normally one of those players that is very active, and yes, we've seen him involved in fights. I guess maybe it's careful there. There's sentries not here actually. Nope, there's no sentries here. It's just vanished. Hook shot in. That's gonna be Goblak. Stuck. Disrupted. Still getting first out. And actually Stampede might be able enough to help him out to stomp. In comes a Burrow Strike Epicenter though, and it is gonna be the Aegis carrier that will maybe go down from it, but at least he'll make sure that he takes people with him. It is already Sand King as well as Mag's Clockwork that dropped. Vengeful Spirit in some trouble as well. Seedoy locking him in, and that's gonna be a double kill for Seedoy. 4 dead on the side of Empire. And RoX.KIS, all they had to do was burn an Aegis. Very nicely baited out by Goblak, and Solo of course able to come in from the side and help out a lot as well. He was just left alone to stand there and hit stuff. Now that is something that is nice, you know, but something that shouldn't happen. It's nice for Solo, don't get me wrong, but something that shouldn't happen from the side of Empire. Now they did of course have Luna still farming on the bottom lane, and she actually did get a tower, so they get something, but they are losing a lot, and they have They're up against his lineup that can just push real fast. Moonlight Shadow being used. This is a fake back. Always want to fly. Might be in some trouble. Tower still getting picked up. Will still go down. And actually with those wards still up, this range Rax not going to live for very long either. And it's still no fortification up. So they have to kill these wards fast. And they will. And I don't think they will get to kill the range Rax. But next time they only have to send up the... well, any illusions that they have or Necronomicons that they have, and it's gonna go down, or Treants in this case, I guess. I'm still expecting Necronomicons to be built up by RoX.KIS purely because they've got a decent lineup for slow pushing. If things get tough against Empire in this one, then they could do that. And illusions, of course, from Solo. We just finished up his Manta style. Talking about finishing items, Goblak, his Hand of Midas has paid off. 0-0-3 here for the Shadow Shaman, but his Aghanim's is done. Aghanim's for Shadow Shaman Serpent Wards. Shadow Shaman Serpent Wards, yes. That's a nice alliteration, right? It's actually really good. It is underestimated how good it is, but it's scarily good. And it should be able to take down these Rex real fast. It means that if you place wards next to a tier 3 tower or a Rex, and there's no fortification, that one of the Rex or the tower will die. It's that simple. It's unless, of course, Empire is really on the ball and is only focusing those down. Nice reaction time from Solo there, leaping away just in time to make sure he didn't get Burrow Striked. Then again, Always Wanna Fly did kind of allow him that time because he blinked in front of him and then Burrow Striked into him. Arrows. Arrows sending out randomly. Resolution in the meantime is Necronomicon is only level 2. Yeah, level 2 with that one in there, I was gonna say. I'm just not sure if it's enough. They've got a nice lineup in there. Luna is still okay-ish farmed, but she's the only one that's keeping up with 4 of the heroes of RoX.KIS. Because that Shadow Shaman has got more gold than anybody else on Empire apart from Silent on his Luna, so... scary situations all around. This is an Aghanim's placement right here. As the ranged Rex will die. And the melee Rex will actually drop as well. Oh, nice arrow. Vanskor might be in some trouble. Are they going to go in on him, though? No, I don't think so. They're just forcing him back. The Rex drop. It's all they wanted out of this one. And now they can maybe think about defending tier 2 bottom. They're not going to defend it, but maybe they can at least kill Silent to get some revenge. Silent, though, doing a lot of damage. And actually, Seedoy has to back off. Teleport out from Luna. Where's the vision? There's the vision. Disruption will stop the teleport from happening. And yeah, that's going to be a kill. Nicely done for Yul. He'll be able to, get Sunstruck. Oh god, that's actually pretty painful, but he's fine. I was never worried the flare could come in, but it's not gonna kill him off anyway. In the meantime, only now the wards disappear there for Shadow Shaman. Oh, those wards are so annoying to deal with. More push. I mean, this is just... Normally when we see CAS Dota, it's fights all the time. Like, come on a different day where there's no... Like, this is kind of, for this tournament, these are tier 1 games. But come when there's, for this tournament, not that much tier 1 games, we're seeing like tons of kills all across the map and hectic fights. This is a lot more calculated, and with the lineup that these two teams have, and most of all with the lineup that RoX.KIS has and the way they play it, it's a bit more stale, if you will. So that means that we're seeing slow pushes. We're still seeing some pickups, but I guess these teams make less mistakes, so there's less mistakes to profit from, as the opponent team would kill off of mistakes of other teams, which is what we see in some other games. So, oh, Goblak really wanted to have that too. But it's definitely it's definitely a lot more calculated game than what we normally see. Smoke up coming for RoX.KIS. Let's see who they're gonna try and find. Although there is a return smoke for Empire as well. Always want to fly in mag. Oh, not scouting it out. It's nighttime as well, so they have to be pretty close in order to reveal each other. Actually, Centaur reveals himself. Smoke also gets revealed. Mag has got some vision. Could hook shot in, but yeah. Run, Mag, run. There's 5 heroes now on this top lane for RoX.KIS. This is pretty damn scary. Cedar actually finishes complete Mjolnir as well. Arrow gets sent in just to see if the Sand King is hanging around there. Of course, for Burrow Strike epicenters, but Sand King, he's sitting somewhere else entirely. He's sitting on the bottom side of things and still looking, of course, for a way to go in. There's a lot of sentries here, so this is not safe ground for RoX.KIS, though they might think it is. Empire trying to be running away here. They catch out Yul. They see where he is. And that means his Moonlight Shadow is it's not gonna get any kills, but with all those illusions hitting the tower, they can just... The tower got denied, fair enough, Resolution got denied, but it doesn't matter, the tower is still down, RoX.KIS still gained ground. And that's all they wanted. So next up, Roshan. It's the most logical choice for them, and it's up again, so they took it before, they can take it again. I would like to see no Shadow Shaman wards used for it, but I mean it will go a lot faster with it. Flare is actually coming in, so let's see if they walk in before the flare ends. Oh, careful. Solo. He's got an invis room, but the sentry ward is placed right there, so he's sitting in the edge of it. Not anymore. Not anymore. Incoming. Arrow hitting up a Resolution. In comes BZZ. Doesn't care about the Blade Mail. Still gets Burrow Strike though. Trouble for him. Force Staff. He's gonna get away. It is not gonna be so easy for Goblak, but he did get to place his wards, and Silent. He's taking a ton of damage from those. We'll get forced back as well, as we do have... Yeah, we do have Vengeful Spirit in some trouble sprouted up, and we'll go down. Vanscore will be the third one to drop for Empire, meaning it turns into 2-on-3. However, it was 2 supports and a core for 2 supports. And in the end, for Empire, it is not that big of a deal, as in they kind of won this fight. They won't lose their Roshan, because Roshan will not be taken without the Shadow Shaman there. And they don't lose Barracks, so this is buying time for them. And at this point, that's what they need to be doing. Buy time. Get those items up on Luna, get those items up on Invoker, and just start buying time to make RoX.KIS a bit impatient, perhaps, and making them make mistakes that they can profit from. It sounds really stupid, but that's the way that these fights happen for Empire at this point. If RoX.KIS make a mistake and Empire is quick enough to react to it, that will be a fight for Empire and going Empire's way, as Roshan is still on the menu apparently for RoX.KIS now with everybody back up alive again. BZ has to be careful, he's still very tanky though, and of course he is the one with the mechanism as well. Mag, trouble, Demonic Purge for him, looking for a hookshot, finds it as well, gets a cog surrounding on the Centaur, but he gets disrupted and saved, as Clockwork is already dead. Centaur, still running, Stampede used for that one, still gets swapped in though, gets a sub up on Resolution and actually gets a kill. Might go down for it, but that's worth it. Silent in the meantime, he'll go down as well, double kill for Solo, and that's gonna be GG. Empire, they have had it with RoX.KIS right now. They will be the victors here, as we still see Always Wanna Fly getting chased down, but he's making it to base safe. Tower explodes, and that means that of these two teams, it is now Empire that has one more loss than RoX.KIS. Of course, both of these teams still have to play a lot of more games in the group stages for the excellent Moscow Cup before we know who is actually going to make it to Moscow. That's where the LAN finals will be held. $25,000 is on the line at that LAN final, so that's definitely something to be fighting for. And actually, with TI perhaps around the corner, any kind of LAN experience that you get is definitely welcome. So yeah, that was it for today. There was a third and final game. Tomorrow we'll have more games starting at early. Tomorrow is the 28th, actually starting late. We've got ourselves Virtus Pro versus NextKZ at 18:45 CEST time, so it's a 6:45 p.m. CEST time. Make sure you tune back in tomorrow, and thank you for watching, of course. If you want to follow me, you can do that on Twitter, on @ShiverGaming, or Facebook, @ShiverGaming, or Twitch, Shiver Gaming, or YouTube, Shiver Gaming. Oh my god, I'm so original with names, but you can do that. And of course, you can also follow and subscribe and like to my co-caster, who is unfortunately no longer with us at the moment. He got disconnected and his internet connection apparently gave way. But you can follow him on Twitter on @JossWilkinson1, and that's just a number, Joss Wilkinson 1. But more importantly, you can follow him on Twitch because he casts a lot for himself as well. Or at least, well, now that I've kind of kept him busy with co-casting, maybe not as much as he used to, but he will still cast on his channel, which is on his Twitch channel, Set My Jibs, with double B on the jibs. So Set My Jibs for Twitch TV, so make sure you follow him there to give him some support. Thank you for being here. If you want to support me some more, you can stick around, leave the page open so you can watch my commercials, which definitely helps. But otherwise, just have a great night and make sure you enjoy some Dota again some other time. Thank you, and good night.